Alright captains, it is time for Pan America's premium tier 7 cruiser, Nueve de Julio, or as Captain Desert Wolverine and I like to call her, the Gonzalo Higuain of Warships. Why? Well, because she is in possession of a lethal strike, but with all the agility of a corgi in water. But if traveling at a pace faster than walking really gets you going, then this most definitely will be the boat for you. But be warned, as that pace plus cruiser equals blap. Lots and lots of pain and horror, especially against some tier 9 big baddies. But fret not, well, almost fret not, because the Nueve does come with some pretty potent heal packs, which will give you the edge in the 1v1 or 1v2 cruiser situations. But as always, heal packs does not equal health. You have to stay alive long enough in order to use them. Now, I was running defensive fire to test her cure for the sky cancer, but unfortunately I didn't see too much of the aerial infection. But what I did see and see too late were little scumbag triangles of fury, which really solidified in my mind that the superior module pick is hydroacoustic search. Because when you can two-shot tier 9 DDs, why wouldn't you want to see them sooner rather than later? And because you are, again, slower than molasses in winter, you need that extra little help when you know there's a scumbag about sending his torps your way. You cannot dodge them, so it helps to see them sooner rather than later. Because stepping away from your island arbor waifu was supremely nerve-wracking for Fetch in this boat because you, again, are just super sluggish. But when you do come across those little scumbags, it is a short drop and a sudden stop for sure. And speaking about sudden stops, do not neglect the AP fury of this 15 rifle beast. While they are only 152s, full citadels, Mr. Atlanta, nothing to write home about, but still glorious. Good night. You have to be well within range, meaning 8 kilometers or less in order to score them citadel strikes. And of course, that doesn't mean you have to see them either. But slinging that hot lead against your own tier and higher, it's going to be hard to score them sits unless they are fully broadside and at least 8 kilometers or less. But with your meh AP and the lack of torpedoes, your bread and butter for damage and kills is going to be your HE shells and your chances to start fire like I do on this poor little Mickey. Set him on fire one time, set him on fire 2 times. He done put it out, which means he's ready to be burnt alive yet again for the 3rd time. And wait for it, captains. Tick tock, burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno to the bottom. And it's not just in the repeat customers, but that's always nice. It is in the double fires. The do-si-dose maneuver captains, which for me happened with surprising frequency. Everybody gets 2 fires. You get 2 fires. You get 2 fires to Mexico. You get, oh wait, 1 fire, King George? Hold on. 3 fires, King George. How about in 1 shot? Can we do it in 1 shot? How about? Yes, we can. 3 fuegos on the King George V. And every now and then, captains, you come across some poor SOB where you light 1, and you light 2, you light 3, and then you light 4 fuegos for the Nueve de Julio. That's right, captains. This is a fire-starting, spamming beast. Now, I don't run IFHE, which I think would actually help a lot for this ship to turn a lot of those breakages into penetrations and more damage. But the fire-starting potential, I don't know how much of a nerf IFHE will be to this bird, but holy Hannah Montana, this thing will burn the world alive. But what you're adding to the environment and CO2 emissions from fires, you will be saving on your gas bill. Because both their speed and range are so anemic, you had to be extremely careful in deciding on when and where to push. So I picked out a replay that both summarizes my experience in the Nueve de Julio thus far and hopefully add some tactics to the playbooks of the prospective Nueve de Julio captains. So sit back and enjoy. Alright, this match sees us mid-tier in a tier 8 matchup on the map Haven. Alright, rolling into my captain skills and upgrades. I run it with a 10-point captain, so I have preventive maintenance to keep my stuff working. Adrenaline rush to help reduce that 10-second reload rate, which is pretty sluggish. Demolition expert for more fuegos, and concealment expert to reduce my visibility because you are slow, you are a cruiser, and it hurts when people hit you in the side. Now, while IFHE may not be a must, it is definitely highly recommended, and I think you'll see a little bit of that in this replay. Now, for my upgrades, I did go with the AA mod just to try it out. Unfortunately, didn't come across too much Sky Cancer, and I did go for the rudder shift because the rudder shift is terrible now at 810. It will be reduced to 710 though upon its release. So something to think about. Maybe it'll help its Higain-ness. I do, of course, like I said, run defensive fire instead of Hydro, but I think Hydro is a superior module for this ship. In my flags, you can see I do run the one to reduce the reload rate for my modules, and of course you can run the Dreadnought class one. I wasn't in this particular match, but it does make your heal that much more potent, and I do recommend it if you can. All right, well, we had the northwest central approach on this map, and so we're going to pull up onto this little nice camping island that a lot of cruisers like to hang around, Atlantas and Clevelands, and so the Julio is going to give that a go, because you can see that my maximum effective rate, well, my maximum range, I don't know if it's effective, is 13.6 kilometers, and that's it. That's all you got. You don't have a spotter plane, you don't have any gunfire control system upgrades. What you see is what you get, so slightly better than a Hot Atlanta with AFT. Yeah, captains, yikes. With that slow speed, 30.1 knots is your maximum speed. Like I said, the rudder shift is going to get reduced, but she is still a tub. So you have to be really careful about getting out there and getting spotted, because it's going to hurt a lot despite your heal packs. It's going to hurt. So we're looking at a lot of little DDs. We're really reliant upon our friendly team spotting. I think the ship could be kind of strong in a division, but right now, flying solo YOLO, you gotta really rely on your team getting out there and spotting someone. So we're gonna get a couple of shots in. We're gonna blow up half of this Mesa and get our butt guns on that Fubu just to give him something to think about and try to chase him away. Boom, boom, down goes our Fubu already. Man, Cleveland radar probably just bopped him one. And so we're already down one little scumbag, and there's 5 enemy guys already out there still. Crap all. So trying to take an assessment, looking to see, scanning the horizon, who can we shoot at, who can we not. You can see we can barely reach the other side where the enemies like to hide behind their little islands. So I'm telling you guys, this is really a struggle. You got to be really careful about picking and choosing when to go forward, when to engage, and where to hold up shop, what island to commandeer, what island to take down and use as your waifu island armor. All right, little kid over there. So kid, oh, there's Akazuki and a Yorkie. So we know the kid and the Fubu and at least another scumbag's over here. So, all right, there's Yorkie. Always be shooting, scanning for targets, guys. That Yorkie, he's already out of my range and he's heading out, so they're probably going to swing and a miss. But there was an Akazuki that looked like he may be coming in to our zone over here. So we're going to be trying to be mindful of that guy. Fiji's over there as well. Our Fushin, he's getting a little hot. So we have an interesting little dispersion. We have a nice big opening right here, though, that I'm worried that somebody's going to come and fill this gap and come after me. All right, somebody's detecting me. Probably that Akazuki, or yeah, right over here probably. So we're going to start backing up slowly but surely. It'd be funny if they actually gave this thing like a fast reverse, like the British cruisers have a fast acceleration. That'd be pretty hilarious. But anyway, anything to help this sluggishness of this sucker. But we're backing up, beep, beep. Oh, there's a New Mexico. Oh, we see, and there's Akazuki right there. He is backing up, but don't know what he's doing. He's probably radared by our Cleveland, who was right behind me. So we're gonna unleash the front guns on him, and boom, boom, there's a Fuego 2500. Now, little pennies from heaven coming in from somebody right across my vision. So we're going to give him all our guns. That should be enough for the Akazuki. Probably that was an Atlanta shooting at me, and it is a good night for the Akazuki. I tell you, she is a lethal ship. Her cannons, 15 rifles, 152 millimeter rifles. This thing is brutal when you can get all guns to bear on a target. Now, here comes this New Mexico steaming in hot and heavy, because why not? He's probably got a DD or 2 running blocker on him, and look at that. See, almost 2,000 points of damage. I kill a whole bunch of AA, but 4 breakages. So take a note on how many breakages shooting into a US tier 6 battleship. See, 700, 7 breakages, but I do get a Fuego though. With IFHE, a lot more of those would be penetrations, especially in the superstructures of those US battleships. We all know how fragile and lovely it is to shoot into those US battleship superstructures. So All right, we're still blasting into this island a little bit. All right, I am peaked a little bit. So there's definitely he's got to be the one that's protecting me. Yeah, he's turning his turrets to look at this Nueve's little broadside. Look at this thing. Come on, get on the gas. There's a Fubuki already over there. Crap. 8 breakages. Bink. I'm probably hitting him in the face on his guns, but oh, bless your heart, he's shooting HE at me. Ooh, thank you. Oh, he hits me on the butt, takes out my rudder, but we're gonna go ahead and repair that as I light him on fire again. He put out the first fire, so he's gonna burn for probably 35 seconds, maybe 40 seconds. Oh, here comes the Cleveland. Any kind of fires, any kind of damage we can put on Cleveland's is a good day, is a good damage dealt. So we're see if we can maybe call out a couple of fires on him. Bink. We kill some AA, 4 breakages again into the Cleveland's IFHE, just showcasing you. It's not a must. I wouldn't say it's a must, but it is highly recommended. I mean, I have to do some mathematician on the IFHE and what it does to the fire chances, but I don't know. It may be a must. It may be a must, guys. So we're going to get going because that New Mexico is steaming in hot and heavy. Our 15 guns a few are pretty nice, but it's not going to be enough to melt 30,000 points of health out that New Mexico before he blaps me one. So there's a Cleveland, though. So we're going to try to get us. Oh, he just disappeared. So we just did a snapshot. I don't know if our lead was true or not. I don't know if we were still locked on the target, but there. Swing and a miss, of course. All right, New Mexico is still coming in. Hydro could be a good use right here because we know there's a lot of scumbags hanging around there. Yep, there's the kid. And so we got to be mindful of them torpedoes because you do not take torps well in this thing. I mean, what cruiser really takes torps well? Really? Well, maybe the Kronstadt, I guess, but the Kronstadt, I don't know. Anyway, so those are going to be swinging a miss on that kid as well. We got some fishes of fury flying in New Mexico, so we might be able to hold up shop here just a little bit because that New Mexico should be deaded. I mean, we got a little DD, close quarter actions, bump, down goes New Mexico. So there's the kid. We get some guns onto him, get some HE, hopefully light a fire a little bit behind him. Come on, random fire. Fire in the rudder. He doesn't put it out though, but there's a Fubu. He is closer. He is the big target for me right now, and Flap! Oh, there's a Fuego, 2,100 points of damage and a fire. He put it out immediately, so if we can hit him one more time, we'll probably start a fire on his little butt and put him down. If not, put him down directly, and we put him down directly. So I get lit on fire by I think the Baltimore. I dropped detection, so I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put the fire out and use my damage con, but here comes some more. Wow, that was a quick shot to get onto me, but all right, you can see the heal worked. I probably could have held off on the heal just a little bit more and absorbed some more of that fire damage, because this is pretty close to a zombie heal. This is really close to the British battleship heal. Like I really felt like this is kind of like a Conqueror in cruiser clothing. That's kind of how I felt, guys. Like you really can't do anything. You're really reliant upon your other team to spot and to push and do some of these objectives, especially if you're just an HE Conqueror, HE reliant Conqueror, which is what this Nueve really is. There's a few instances when the AP is going to work nice for you, but most of the time it's HE and fires. And because you're super slow, you don't have a spotter plane, it's just... But you got this crazy zombie heal. So I don't know. Am I wrong? What do you guys think? Conqueror in cruiser clothing? I think so. But in any case, we have to be mindful of where we're going to be pushing now. We know there's a lot of fury in that little cap zone right here on the other side of this little mesa plateau, right through the saddleback. We don't want to go through there because despite our heal, we can't absorb 3 cruisers plus maybe that Atlanta and Nelson shooting at us as well. And plus there's 2 other DDs down there. Like I said, we don't have hydro obviously, which would help, but we don't have radar and we don't have a spotter plane. So we're not really a good anti-DD, at least hunting them down in this build. But oh, there's a Gator. There's a little push going on in our cap. We got a cruiser running away up north trying to kite that Nelson. 2 DDs, and maybe that battleship is turned his guns to engage. But this gate is getting lit up. Come on, Haida. Oh, Benson, what are you doing? Don't go in there, Benson. Oh, shiz. I think our Benson is toast. There's a Gajamada, Cleveland. I think there was an Atlanta in there. Maybe that Fiji as well. But basically, there's a whole lot of hate. And this Nelson is just like walking in. Hey, guys. Oh, there's a Baltimore. Oh, Baltimore, Fiji, and a Cleveland. Good night, Benson. Man, ooh. Bad mistake. That's why I did not want to go in there at all. I mean, you call me chicken, but that is death. That is certain death. Perilous peril waiting through that gap right there. So we just have to wait for our team. We can try to reform and work on taking those guys down. We do have that Nelson that's still hanging around, pushing in our cap. His support got waxed, so we can take this guy down. Then our fleet can regroup and try to take them on head to head. So we'll see if we can get some fires going on to him. So So I was moving off into the distance to try to gauge my lead because he was still concealed behind that island. So anyway, so we got some binkages, but again, 7 breakages. Granted, I was hitting him on the top of his turret head, so IFHE probably would have been the great, helped that much more, but maybe 1 or 2 would have penetrated instead of just broken apart. But here we go. Come on. That's a good shot. That should be a good shot. And 7 and 4. So 7 and 4, not too bad. But again, IFHE probably would have made, maybe just 1 breakage. But come on, can we get a fire? Can we get 2 fires for 363 damage? But 2 fires, that's what I'm talking about, captains. This thing just burns people alive. Now, the Nelson does have that zombie heal, so we do want to try to focus fire until he's down. Stay on him until he's down. Last thing you want to do is turn my guns to somebody else and let that Nelson put out those fires and then heal all of that crap back because the Nelson can't do that. All right, come on, guys. We got the CAG and the Haida using their little PPUers, our little cruiser up there on the A line, trying to get shots on him as well. Oh, little torpedoes out. Come on. He's hurting. He's still burning. Come on, Fagos, and Muerte. Good night. All right. So Baltimore, Cleveland down south with a destroyer. Uno Mas cruiser in the middle, and it looks like it's a Fiji. I think it was a Fiji. Baltimore just blapped our Algeria, who went in. He's like, hey, I like where that Benson goes. I like where that Benson went. I'm going to go in there after him and die right beside him. Oh my gosh. So Fiji is all by his onesies in there. Baltimore, Cleveland. So we want to keep this island in front of us between those two, because again, we can't repel that firepower. We can't get into a chase and kite maneuver with them because we will lose that 10 out of 10 times. All right, here's a Fiji. We have the AP loaded, 10-second reload. It has helped with our adrenaline rush. We're down to almost 9. Come on. Oh, he's turned in. That may have been too high, though. And, 8,000 points of damage, 3 overpins, no citadels, because it was a little too high. I wasn't expecting him to turn in as hard as he did. 1 last salvo of AP before we swap up to the HE, and 1 penetration. Boo. Poor aim, but he was shimmy shaking. So let's see if we can get some HE onto his butt and maybe light him a fire with our butt guns. And we're going to hold up shop right here. Like I said, we don't want to go south. All right, there's the kid. Oh, we do get a fire. Look at 3,500 points of damage and a fire, captains. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, nice. And okay, so he did put that out, but he is ready to get brain. Oh, and there's a Baltimore. Now look at this. So 14.5 versus 21.5. So we should be able to win this because we also have the heal, despite the Baltimore having the heal. But our chance to start fires should be glorious. AP would have been nice right there because it could have been good, but we want to start some fires because he is in a hard spot right now. And we're just going to keep backing up. I am mindful of this kid over here, but I don't want to chase after this Baltimore because I know that Cleveland's over there as well. And the 2 of them, they would just tear me apart something fierce. So Lord of Pies looks like he is running aground. Is he pulling an Otzer? Looks like he's going to pull himself an Otzer. Nice. And we got a fire on top of him to boot. Killed some more AA. Good. All right, so going to aim for the butt and try to get him on fire. Hitting the forward and aft sections for Fuegos is usually the hardest thing to do. So it's nice when you get them. So he's got 2 fires, so he put that out right away. But he's still within my clutches. I've turned hard enough, so I've dropped detection, and we're going to unleash the entire arsenal of this battle station onto this Baltimore for another Fuego. Look at that. Come on. I mean, we're just dinking away. Look how many breakages, though. Look at those binks, breaks. IFHE, guys, probably this. Oh, there's a little kid. Let's beat this little kid up. Come on. All right, he's dropping smoke, so is he slowing down? Yeah, he's slowing down. He's dropping anchor. Come on. Oh, that's a nice little bank. 1452. Come on. And boom. 5 for a Fuego. So he's probably backing up by now. Oh, there's some binkages right there. Come on. Fire the full volley and bing. Oh, another. Oh, I thought that was going to be a flyer. Oh, that would have been epic. All right, so he is concealed in his little smoke. Hello, little buddy. And then bump butt to butt. Oh, and there's a fire. Oh, I did a little snapshot on that Baltimore, and I relit him a fire. He is so hurting so bad right now. I don't want to go out there yet because I know the Baltimore and the Cleveland, they're both there. They have the radar. The kid's concealed, and I don't have hydro, so I can't see his torpedoes. So we're just going to wait here until we can maybe put down this Baltimore. Then we can maybe push into these guys. We got to pick our battles. Oh, 1 breakage. Come on. I can rainbow over that little mesa there. Drop onto that Baltimore. 4. He's still burning, and another fire right before we kill him. All right, so there's the little kitty, and there's the Cleveland over there. So we can push in. We can push in now despite not having a hydroacoustic. The kid only has one set of torpedoes, methinks, so it should be good enough. It would just suck if that Cleveland radars us, or that we get spotted by a plane. I don't know, does Cleveland have a plane? Shit, I can't remember now anymore. But we're gonna push in there and try to blap these guys, because if we can get enough guns onto that kid, we could one-shot this sucker easy peasy. I mean, you saw that Fletcher in the highlight. We did a 9,000 plus volley with our broadside. 2 shots, 2 and done on the Fletcher. Oh, scheiße, and I am radared by the Cleveland. Damn it. All right, well, we're gonna get shots onto this Cleveland, just try to whittle him down, swap up to the AP, because it looks like he's giving me a broadside as he's trying to hunt down our DD. There's the kid trying to engage me, so I'm gonna stay skinny, keep my nose pointed to where the kid's position is, because I know torpedoes gonna be coming out from him. Release the AP broadside, and 15,500 double citadels. We'll give him one more AP volley, maybe aim for his butt to try to get some butt sits or knock out a gun. There's the kid right there. Stay skinny, and we do knock out a gun. So we swapped up to HE, because we should be able to melt this guy for 4,800 points of damage, easy peasy, with a couple of HE volleys. We're gonna turn our guns, maybe go for a double strike. Oh, never mind, next to that, there goes the kid. Kid is down, so Cleveland is laying into some AP into my side. That's fine. I still got a heal pack left, so I should be okay. And oh, look at that lucky RNG's fire. Oh, there's a torpedo indicator. Don't even look. We just want to stay true. And oh, okay, 7,700 in the face. That's fine. We'll use our repair party right now. Stop the flooding. Oh, 1,800, 1,212 left. This last volley should do it for the good night. Sally shot and the win with a fire to boot. Oh, love it. So that last fire sees us finish with 16 fires, 2 citadels, 5 kills. We don't have, this is a test ship, so we don't have the rewards. We don't have Confederate high caliber, Crack and Unleash, First Blood. We don't have any of that stuff. But 94,000 points of damage, 16 fuegos. I know a lot of 2 of those fuegos were right before the guy died, so they don't really add too much for that fire damage. But we finished tops of the charts in the Tier 8 battle with 1,984 base experience point with 5 kills. So yeah, okay, not too shabby. And in the detail report, yeah, you can see, look at all that HE shells slanged out. 636 for 192 landed for just under 34,000 points of damage. 66 AP, 37 of them landed, so that's not too shabby. High percentage shooting right there for just under 26,000 points of damage. And the fuegos, 16 fuegos, but only 34,000 points of damage. Wasn't able to stack a lot of those fires on top of each other. But I think you can easily see that if you get yourself in the right position, you are going to be farming a lot of battleship fires and battleship tiers. And of course, after taxes with the premium count and the premium ship, not too bad in the Tier 8 match. Just over 400,000 credits with the standard count, just shy of 250,000 creds. So not too shabby of a game for the Nueve de Julio. Alright, now for the dollars and cents portion of the video, should you spend your hard-earned money on bringing the Nueve de Julio into your fleet? Now, as of this video, we don't know exactly what she's going to cost, but for the ship collectors and the daddy warbucks of the fleet, it doesn't really matter. But for the budget buyers, for those on the $50 to $60 per month, 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, we can probably guesstimate that should be around the $40 range, looking at the Tier 7 cruisers currently in the shop. So how does this stack up for y'alls? Well, in my opinion, it is a definite pass. Why? Well, first and foremost, she is the only Pan-American ship in the game, which means she cannot fulfill all the roles that a premium ship provides. And that role, arguably the most important role, is retraining captains. And while she does earn premium profits, for a few pesos more, you can get yourself something that will make you a lot more money more consistently. But even for those on the budget, perhaps we have some that have collected those ships already and are looking to branch into something else, the Julio could be an option for you. I do strongly recommend that you get to the Tier 7 Helena of the US cruiser line and learn how to play her. If you like her and love her and then want everything that is slower and shorter range, then this Nueve could be the ship for you. But for my money, she will be a pass, because while her guns are muy peligroso, her agility, like the true life Gonzalo Higuain, makes me sad. And I can see why some team may want to upgrade. I don't know, I'm just saying. All right, captains, well, that was my review of Pan America's premium Tier 7 cruiser Nueve de Julio. Like I said in the dollars and cents portion, this boat made me sad a lot. I felt extremely powerful with my guns, but completely reliant upon my friendly ships to do the spotting for me, to see these guys. Now, with that said, I think this boat, there's a lot to be thought about by divisioning with this ship. This thing could actually be quite a brutal division partner because your range is crap, your speed is crap, but your damage output is tremendous. Utilizing her together with a destroyer scumbag, or even two of them, it could be quite brutal, especially if you equip the hydroacoustic surge and forgo the defensive fire. I didn't get a chance to really try her out against the Sky Cancers. It doesn't look the greatest of AA, but I still wanted to see, but alas, we couldn't get it done. But the Hydro definitely came as a glaring need. I was surprised at how often I needed to have the Hydro, and of course I didn't have it, and so it hurt. It sucked. But with that Hydro and her sluggishness and her slow speed, and to keep the football references going, she reminds me of that, like the Pelagroso defensive midfielder who arrives late in the box in the attacking half and unleashes the golazo of golazo goals, thunder strikes from outside of the box, and just catches these little DDs off guard. But unfortunately for that play and this ship, those instances are too few and far between for me to keep. Alright, Captains, well, I hope you all learned a little bit about how to and how not to captain the Nueve de Julio, but in any case, I hope you all enjoyed the video. So thanks as always for watching, and until next time, Captains, I will see you all in-game or in-stream. Have fun, fair seas.